Hello. I played through like half of this chapter earlier, and then realized I wasn't recording. So let's try that again.
Keith, it's me. Any word from Maureen?
No, not yet. But don't worry. Sometimes she goes off alone when she feels troubled. Always has. Always comes back. I do have an update on our conversation at Sun's Refuge, though. I'm following up on the dwarves.
Still convinced they know something about Glint's legacy?
More than ever. I came to ask Ogden in person, but it seems the Priory isn't keen on a known thief roaming their halls.
You seem fairly rehabilitated. Maybe they'll feel better if you show up with a chaperone.
I'm already at the Priory, so let's go meet up with Keith.
Commander, a moment. Before we go in, there's something I need to say. All that time I spent guarding the egg, watching over Irene as a hatchling in Taria.
You raised her.
But then she had you, and it felt like she didn't need me anymore. So I stepped away.
Keith.
No, let me say this. What's coming is dangerous. Irene is terrified. I can feel it. She's going to need us. Both of us.
Then it's a good thing we're both here. Come on, let's go have that talk with Ogden.
That's all 3 signs. I'm due for a visit.
Ogden! It's good
About time you showed up. We're going to Thunderhead Keep.
We are?
To Glint's Dragonsblood Forge. How else are we going to kill Kraukatoric?
A new Dragonsblood spear.
You lost the first one?
Not now. For Irene to destroy the Crystal Dragon, Scion and Champion must first prove themselves. There's an extension of Glint's lair protected in the mists. A refuge for her Scion. From there, you can enter her trials.
Oh, good. More trials. Why didn't you mention any of this before?
We were waiting for the signs. Glint's egg hatching, the Lich's death. And the sands of Glint's hourglass have begun to glow. Her Scion's already in the refuge. Go to Irene, complete the trials. I'll get the word out and meet you at Thunderhead Keep with the Pact.
Are those Glint's remains?
Maureen, we haven't thought much about all this from your perspective, have we? This legacy killed your mother, killed your brother, and that vision of it killing you. But I know one thing for certain. Glint would never tell you to do this if there was no hope.
You're not alone. We'll all be with you. This isn't only on your shoulders. Well, if you're both ready... Go ahead. I'll wait for you.
Welcome, Scion and Champion. If you're here, the final confrontation with Kraukatoric is imminent. Hope can be powerful, but also dangerous. You must prove that you can strike as one. A better world is waiting to be born. My followers and I developed the resonance crystals that made possible the Dragonsblood spear. Creating the crystals, forging the spear. These acts required the channeling of powerful magic. You will see, Scion, that absorbing magic comes naturally. But the power, its temptations, they exact a price. Champion, this magic is powerful and dangerous. Share the burden so she can absorb it.
Yeah, I just sort of need to stay in the circle and avoid damage.
Good. Power has many uses, Scion. By choosing to share it and heal wounds, you strengthen a bond with mortals. Remember that bond. As the power grows, so will the dangers and the temptations. More powerful still, and more dangerous.
Urge to kill rising. Can't breathe. Return, my friend. Here.
Well done.
To kill rising.
When Elder dragons gorge on magic with abandon, the world falls out of balance. We have no choice but to act. To use power responsibly is to know when and how to share it, and when not to use it at all. Now, continue to the next trial.
The next two trials are actually easier, in my opinion.
Urge to kill rising.
Grand magic must be captured and stored before it can be used to your advantage. The crystal before you will absorb magic released by branded creatures.
Urge to kill rising. rising! It's working!
Good. Now you shall see how this captured magic can be put to use. Kralkatorrik and his minions share a common resonance. This strength can also be a weakness. With the right resonance, crystal can not only be broken, but molded, shaped.
Okay, Aurine. Let's charge these crystals. You know what to do. To kill rising!
I specifically need to kill branded creatures when they're inside these circles in order to charge the crystals.
Strong. My dust. There's one to remember me by. Strong. Refreshing.
Champion, focus on your link with the Scion. Channel her power, and together you can direct the crystal's magic. Now you see how we forged a weapon capable of piercing Kralkatorrik's armor. The Dragonsblood spear. Experience for yourself the power of the Dragonsblood spear.
To kill rising. Yeah, that'll do.
Use this knowledge in the battle ahead. Forge weapons and strike your enemies. Now, proceed to the final trial. Kralkatorik's strength is absolute, his will inexorable. In him you will meet your greatest fears. Summon
Aurene,
courage.
wait! We need to work together!
Scion, you fear what Kralkatorik might make of you. Champion, you fear for her survival and the world's. Help one another.
Kill rising!
Find courage together.
Aurene, don't be afraid. I'm right here with you.
This is a fairly straightforward boss fight.
That's not you, Aurene. And it never will be.
Refreshing.
There, eat my dust!
Stand and try again, champion. You must not fail. Remember, the Scion cannot succeed without you. You've done well. Defeated your worst fears made manifest. Remember, work together, fight together, and triumph together. Now, I have a gift of understanding for each of you. Scion, my beloved child, there are things about Ascension that can only be expressed between dragons. Champion, come forward and learn how this long journey began. With you, champion, I share my true legacy and Kralkatorik's greatest secret. He foresaw the possibility of a world at peace. A world without strife between dragons and mortals. A world without him. He demanded I help prevent it from coming to pass. But where he saw doom, I saw a gift to the world. I believe in this future, this fragile, powerful hope. But what my daughter must do will seem impossible to her. You must carry that hope for her. Now, leave this place. I will open the way to Thunderhead Keep. Use the Dragonsblood Forge, arm your allies for the battle of their lives, and face the Crystal Dragon.
Finally. I knew you'd have your hands full, but I didn't think it would take 2 days.
2 days? It felt like a fraction of that.
Aureen, you feel different.
I think we both are. We passed the trials, ready as we'll ever be.
Then let's go. They're waiting for us at Thunderhead Keep.
Okay, we gotta find Ogden. Just waiting for everybody to load in.
Commander, I take it the trials went well.
Look at this place! Glint's secret forge under an ancient dwarven keep!
I've seen better.
Logan's here with the Pact. Same with Rox and the Omicron. Saida too. She gave us a ride after I filled her in. The whole crew's gearing up for Krakatoa.
Do I hear singing coming from the forge?
The Zephyrite Choir, an integral part of the forging process. My people built this place, but the Zephyrites in Exalted have cared for it since the days of Glint.
Hope everything still works. We've got an army to equip with Dragonsblood weapons.
Speak to the Forge Master, Helena. She'll get you started.
Timmy, how are you feeling? You look a little tired.
See? I told you. You need to rest. Tell her, Commander. She never listens to me.
She's doing fine, thanks. Gork, why don't you update the commander on our progress, huh?
We've been using the data from... the tracker.
It's giving us way more than we expected. Kralk's vitals, the magic he's channeling, plus all the tracking data. We're seeing him take real damage from Glint's army, and every time we slam one of his rifts shut.
Good. Gods know we want him as weak as possible before we face off.
We were also able to evacuate several villages before his minions broke through.
Every time you get the word out, you two are saving lives.
We three.
Any water elementals I could kill for a drink?
Oh, thanks. Don't suppose you're packing any lunches in that bag, are you? Hope the captain doesn't catch me crying.
Scion and Champion. We've waited a long time for this.
Forgemaster, heard you can arm us to fight an Elder Dragon.
Indeed. The Dragonsblood forge is ready, but we will need a special oil to quench the weapons, or they'll shatter. The dredge extracted on the ice floe to the southwest. I sent your friends to retrieve some, but they haven't returned.
I'll see if I can hurry them along.
Always thought I'd die at sea. But not here.
Any water elementals I could kill for a drink?
Got some information if you want it, Commander.
The Priory put me here to scout the area. Got findings if you want them.
That looks valuable. Two as one. Urge to kill rising! Take that!
Hey! Hey! You want some intel? Come here.
Isn't it interesting how we get exactly what we need? See? You're here. Now I can go home.
I feel strong.
Good thing we took care of that. Let's go.
I feel strong. Urge to kill rising! Take that! Urge to kill rising!
Can tell you a bit about this ice flow if you'd like. Commander, the oil vats are sealed with brand crystals. And even if they weren't, Varya here seems disinclined to share.
We lost half our people to the brand. Our rigs, too. And now you want what little oil we have left?
We want the same thing, Varya. One less Kralkatoric in the world. I could crack the brand crystals off your vats and equipment. Would that make you feel a bit more generous?
It might.
The pump's blocked too.
A dragon!
It's Aurene! She's on our side.
Thanks, Aurene, but we don't want Kralkatorik's attention just yet. Maybe head back underground. Check on Timey for me.
Oh yes, by all means, check on Tiny! Ugh.
Well, Varia, where do we stand?
You kept your word. I'll give you what we can spare. If your friends can get our rigs running again, there'll be more.
We'll make sure the oil gets to the Forge Master.
Commander, once you've got oil, we'll need a new weapon mold. Forge Master Helena says the old one cracked. She suggests we talk to the dwarves. Roban's around, but he's just ahead, so here's Ogden.
What do I... Hello?
Ogden, we need a new mold for casting the weapons. Any ideas?
There's Frodak Steelstar. Never met him, but the Dragonsblood spear was his pride and joy. He'd know.
Sounds like just the dwarf. Where can I find him?
Well, he's dead. But that never stopped you before. Might be a clue in his tomb. Have a look, and take notes for me.
Okay, back to the keep. Okay. There's gonna be a bunch of spiders in my way, probably. Yep.
I feel strong. Urge to kill rising. I feel strong.
I can hear you crashing around in there. Leave my stuff alone!
Ahem. Excuse me. Do you know where I can find the tomb of Frodak Steelstar?
You found it. What do you want?
I'm looking for a mold. I need to cast some weapons to kill Kralkatorik.
Are you? What happened to the first spear we made? Oh, right. You broke it. Yeah, that's right. I know who you are. Word gets around. Ghosts gossip. Not a lot else to do in the mists. You know. You know.
I do. So can you help me?
I could if I could go in my own damn tomb. Because there's ravens in there trespassing us. I can hear you!
So you're saying there's another mold in there I can take?
You bet your dragon-killing boots. Here, take this plate. You'll need it to get inside. You're in for it now, pal!
I feel strong. More than enough.
Plenty more handy stuff in these ruins, by the way. But plenty of locked gates, too. And some of the ghosts around here are real jerks. Always moving the damn plates around.
Good to know.
Alright, we're back in the forge.
All right. We have oil and we have a mold.
Then you're ready to cast the first weapon. Bring the mold to the quenching pools. Good. The Zephyrite choir you hear will vibrate the crystal at the proper frequency. When you and the Scion release the crystal's resonance, the raw material will become malleable. Last time, we used a shard from Kralkatorik's body. Now we shall use brand crystals from the dragon's minions.
Aurene, you're up. Same as in the trials.
Ah, you see a hint of what will emerge. Only a shape for now, and rough. But the promise of beauty is there. Almost done. Get ready to quench the weapon. Now, quench it in the pool. A fine weapon, worthy of Glint's forge.
Glad you approve. Now to try it out on the branded.
I'll have more waiting for you when you return.
Back outside. Here's some branded.
Anyone seen Zafira?
Not since we got here.
Said she had something important to do.
Okay. Let me know when she gets back.
Timmy, you there?
No, you rest. What is it?
Gorik, is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Well, we are seeing ghosts appear for no obvious reason, but they're not hostile, so technically, yes, strange, but fine.
Huh. Well, I tested the new spears. Not as powerful as the original, but they'll do if we make enough for everyone.
I'll check with the Forge Master and run the numbers.
We're on it!
just saw another ghost. Starting to look like Ascalon around here.
If they're all coming here, there's got to be something seriously wrong on the other side.
Commander, dire news from Glint. Our forces are scattered. We can't hold out any longer. Kralkatorrik has entered the domain of the lost. He's devouring everything in his path, destroying or scattering the dead.
Explains all the ghosts. How bad is it gonna get?
He's wounded. We've done real damage. But now he's feeding again, regaining power. If this keeps up...
So, pretty bad. Got it. Thanks for everything you've done. The rest is up to us.
So you're saying the new weapons are weak?
Weaker compared to the original. Precision is paramount. But we will have more.
Based on Taimi and Gorik's numbers, we'll need a week, maybe 2, to cast enough weapons for everyone.
Gives us time to figure out how and where to stage the fight.
Turns out that's time we don't have. Kralkatorrik beat back Glint's army. Now he's gorging on the domain of the lost.
Oh no. That explains the surge we're seeing in our readings.
So, what do we...
It's a rift!
Here? Underground?
He's getting stronger by the minute! All bets are off!
I'll just grab some of these spears.
I think. Strong.
To kill, rise!
Armored up.
There's one to remember me by! Brandstorm spreading. Is that normal?
Definitely not normal! It's shielding the Rift Stalker!
We have to draw it out of the storm. Fall back to the high ground.
Another rift. More branded incoming.
Protect the crystal. We lose it, the forging stops.
Aurene can charge up crystals with magic?
Aurene's full of surprises. Brace yourselves. I'm going to release it.
Whoa, that did the trick.
But the brandstorm is still there, and still spreading!
Aurene branded over it.
Oh no, I was worried about this.
About what?
That as she becomes more powerful, Aurene may exhibit behaviors more typical of her species.
You mean our dragon might start acting like a dragon?
Stop it, you're upsetting her.
She was trying to protect us. She does something new and suddenly you don't trust her?
She just branded the ground we're standing on. We're lucky she didn't kill anyone.
And in case it slipped anyone's mind, she's Kralkatorrik's granddaughter.
Will you all be quiet? She's trying to tell us something. It's all right. Speak through me.
Oh, good. Another dragon that can corrupt Sylvari.
Kaith, are you...
Oh, I'm me. We were right. She does need both of us. Now I know what my role is. And it's... humbling.
I thought dragon minions couldn't be corrupted by other dragons. Is it 'cause her egg absorbed Mordremoth's magic? How—
Timey, it's all right. She asked, and I accepted. This isn't corruption. It's connection. Now, if we could get back to our actual dragon problem.
Yeah, but if he's getting stronger by the minute, so much for forging weapons for a week. We need to hit him now. But how and where?
Why not here? That resonance crystal absolutely annihilated his minions. If we can lure him here and pin him down somehow, we can use the crystals against him too.
We also have the new spears. Haul some ballistae in here and we'd have Dragonsblood artillery. But how do we draw him in?
If Aurene gets his attention, he won't be able to resist. She's a threat. He wants her dead.
That's the lure, but we still have to pin him down. And a handful of minions is not the same as an elder dragon.
In theory, the intensity of those crystals could be focused and amplified.
Yes! That's how dredge weapons work! I bet we can use their sonic amplifying tech to do the same thing! Commander, if you can get the dredge to tell you how to boost the power, I know Gorik and I can make it work.
Okay, get your people ready. We've got a trap to set. What's it like, Kaith? What's she like?
Like... sunlight. Does that make sense? I can feel her love for you. Her trust. It's so intense, it's almost painful. You're where she draws her strength from. Her duty weighs on her. But there's hope, too. An ocean of it. For everything and everyone. It's overwhelming. Glint was right. Aurene needs us. And the world needs her.
Let's do right by both of them.
Gonna be up close and personal with an elder dragon. Maybe we live, maybe not. But I can't stop thinking about Timey.
I know. She's hurting. But she's strong. She wants you focused on this fight. Besides, Gorik's really stepped up for her. She's annoyed, but underneath I think she's grateful.
Sometimes Bug Boy's hard to take. But other times, I could hug him.
What's that look, Rayblock?
You know, Commander. Back then we had the original spear, not a bunch of knockoffs. I know we had to destroy it, but sure would come in handy about now.
Don't remind me.
Bright side, this time we've got you and Aurene. I trust you over some stupid spear any day.
Logan, this isn't how we thought things would go. Any concerns about your people?
We didn't expect to confront Kralkatorrik this soon, but we'll be ready. I'll talk to the General about moving those ballistae inside.
We've faced long odds before. I should know. I've won a small fortune betting on them. But just to be clear, you do know this plan is insane.
Let's say bold.
I'll admit you do have a way of pulling off the unlikely. But still, insane.
Gorik, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you looking out for Timey.
She's who I have left. And she's an excellent scientist. I've come to value her.
So, tell me about this idea for the resonance crystals.
Same idea as forging Dragonsblood weapons, only instead of a few brand shards, we're breaking down a whole dragon. We just need to figure out how to boost the resonance output, which is where the dredge come in. Charge them up, make them sing, and they'll hit Kralk right in the resonance frequencies.